Hello! Welcome to the ZEROlav Awards 2024. 2023. Well, yeah. Like last year, I'm gonna be showcasing my favorite music from this year. One thing that's gonna be different this year compared to the other years we've done this is I'm going to, instead of doing not like 4 nominees and then 1 winner for each category, we're gonna do miniature top 5s of everything except for Artist of the Year and Song of the Year. Both of those are gonna be nominees and then a 1 winner. I guess we'll just go. So hopefully this should now, yeah. There we go, the ZEROlav Awards, baby. All right. So again, we're gonna be doing miniature top 5s of each category, and I will be presenting all the honorable mentions as well. First category we have is Best Sound Design. At number 5 is Opaque Town by Invaders. You will see, I'll be very biased to anything that has some bloop bloops in it. And not much to say, just got some good bloops. In 4th place is And by Huke. Again, I'm gonna be very biased to anything with bleeps in them. Honestly, most of UK's EP could have been a contender for this. In 3rd place is Esoteric by Fax. This track and also the whole EP is incredibly underrated. Highly recommend checking out the Infinity EP by Fax. Really underrated. I think it's out on Scan if I remember right. 2nd place for Best fucking Sound Design goes to Intensity by Dwight. Not a release I saw many people talking about, to be honest. Again, I went out of my way to like listen to as much music as I could for this year. So yeah. Again, I think Divide did a fucking amazing job on this. One of my favorite releases from them. The number 1 song in terms of sound design is Trident by Irie Arts. It had to be some kind of Irie Arts track, to be honest. The honorable mentions for this category was Digital by Butte Noise and Seed, Playing with Fire by Eliminate, Computer by SB and Genesis, Neuromad by K Noir and Beast Boy, Gigabyte by Genesis, Cream Team by Stay NS, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, Heron by Laser Blue, and Popsicle by Choose Name, the Sonata's remix of Need You by Moonboy, Malware VIP by Marshall, Intermolecular Lullaby by Chime, Gates by Irie Arts and Laser Blue, Tears by Skrillex, Joker and Sleepnet, and Straps by Blank Space. A lot of honorable mentions for this one. Now for a category that's relatively similar. Most Unique. In 5th place for Most Unique goes to McDonald's Sprite by UK. Like, it's so, like, minimal. I fucking love it. In 4th place for Most Unique goes to Glassflow from Azernian. Nutty fucking track. In 3rd place for Most Unique goes to Grinder. Oh, I put the spacebar. By a lot of people. Euphorian, Circuit Hour, and Nox. Honestly, most of Together After All could be on this category. In 2nd place for Most Unique, barely sneaking in here, is Lone Void by Voltra. This is about as minimalist as you can go. I fucking love it. And now, the #1 most unique track of this year. Goes to Tavern. By, oh, I don't know how to pronounce either of these aliases. Cacti? And RKXD. Definitely deserve to be on this category. Other honorable mentions were Crashing into Outer Space and You Didn't Care by SKV, Stay Feathered by X2H, The Dark by Whipped Creamed and some other people. Don't Control Me by SKV, Drumstick by Run It, Always Running by Iska, Warpgate by Veer, Code Red by Abstract Glitch, Cashmere Sweater by Waste Yourself, sorry. Sinkhole by Creature, Cathartic Seeker by X2H, and Block Style by Dak Daniels. So next one is gonna be Best Theming. I just found this GIF. I was going to GIF cities, and it's so fucking fast for no reason. In 5th place for Best Theming is Growl Anthem by Ecraze and Bizo. I was definitely going back and forth between Yoi City and Growl Anthem, but I feel like Growl Anthem does the whole incorporating growl sounds into the track better than Yoi City does. In 4th place for Best Theming is Third Eye Funk. We'll kind of feel wrong not to put this on here. In 3rd place is The Rhythm Dance by Super C Ruzzle. I think that's how you pronounce it. Was originally my #1.
Now let's do the rhythm dance. Jump.
In 2nd place for Best Theming is Rainbow Cart by Turbo Fury, The Real Madman, and SK. I was going back and forth between this one and Accelerate for which one did the Mario Kart theming best, but I definitely feel Rainbow Kart just a little bit better, but having the feel of the lobby music into the actual drop, which is the level. And the winner for Best Theming goes to...
You can't order rhythm basses here.
No, don't worry. I know that guy. They serve everything you want here. Just
damn.
stay right there. I got it.
What else could it be? Seth Bersoto and Danny Demand with Please Put In Your Order.
Please. No more like a whoop and a rub.
Here's your order.
This entire song is the theming, so... yeah, but also by best theming, I kind of meant the best, like, concept for a track. Next... oh wait, no, we have honorable mentions. We have Intermolecular Lullaby by Chime, Operator by Kero, Guardians by Ivory, Happy Song by Ray Volpe, Blow the Whistle by Crank That, and that's it. Oh boy. Next one is Biggest Guilty Pleasure. The high ones are, it's based on how much I think objectively a song is bad compared to how much I like it. So in 5th place is Song of the Year by Kill the Noise and Wooly. I don't think this is too much of a hot take. This seems to be genuinely liked. But I fucking love this.
About to take it back to the old school.
My 4th best guilty pleasure? Biggest guilty pleasure, I guess. Oh boy. This is where people start to doubt my music taste. Is Brad by Austin. Is it bad objectively? Kinda yes. Do I still like it? Yes. I will say it drags on a lot, but in general I do like it. Oh, I will be indeed. Well, if that's the reaction for the fourth one, so Boom, remember when you said COD dubs? Yeah, Gucci dub by COD dubs. I love this song. I don't know why. It's not just because of the bleeps. I do generally love this song. Boom, and now I'm gonna have to go to therapy. Oh, and he doesn't get better from here. Because second biggest guilty pleasure is Uh-Oh by Guppy. The panning! Guppy is goated. It's just this track in general. And my biggest guilty pleasure is a song where I know it's garbage. I know it's fucking awful, but I really like it. Then my number one guilty pleasure is Game Over by Yuki and Hydraulics. No! So, am I still allowed to have like music opinions? Like after this? It'd be funny if I checked the Neolinium server and I'm actually gone. Alright, hopefully I can get back some some music points with the next category, which is best vocals. Oh wait, honorable mentions for guilty pleasures go to Goat by Virus Syndicate and Lupaschetti, and Froggo by Snails, and that's it. Best vocals. This one was fucking hard. I had one as number one for like most of the year, and then suddenly last minute it got like sniped out. In fifth, remember, this is fifth place. This is how good it is. How good this, like, stacked this category is. In fifth place is J Will on High Enough by Grant. I'm surprised this is fifth. I thought this would be way higher. In fourth place, for best vocal, is oh, how do you pronounce this? Cielo? On When I'm Gone by Peekaboo. So fucking good. In third, one I didn't expect to be this high, but after I kept listening to it, it just grew on me more and more. Is Reineck on Kingslayer by Mazur. I didn't expect this to be on the list at all, but it grew on me a lot after listening to it more. In second place, which was my number one for the longest time, is Seth Barzotto on Butterfly Effect by Danny Demands. Easy number one for the longest time. There's just something about Seth's voice that's so unique to him specifically that I just love. And for number one, is YD on We Don't Even Make Music by Numi, which is easily my favorite from All Night 8. Or maybe tied, which I didn't expect. So fucking good. Honorable mentions for best vocals, and there's a lot, is Danny King on Eat Your Heart Out by Olivers, Eerie on Pirate King by Ramses B, Grabbits on Let It Bloom, Silverstein on Dream State by Rez, Donatella by Meant to Be Lonely by Ray Volpe, and that's it. Now we're done with a lot of the miscellaneous ones. Now we get to the genre specific. And the first one, if I can fucking find it, is Best Drum and Bass. This was a really hard one for me. But a number 5 is Dusk by Oddly Godly. I should have probably put an epilepsy warning on this stream, I just realized. Again, not one I heard many people talk about, but I fucking love this one. In 4th place, it's probably the one I listen to the most, weirdly. Which is Flow by Have. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Like last year, best of drum and bass will be a lot of Monster Cat. Because for some reason, I feel like that's the main genre I like on Monster Cat these days. In 3rd place is Monsters by Zomboy. In 2nd place for best drum and bass is Still Here by Fox Davidson. And the number 1 best drum and bass song of the year. This is maybe the easiest number 1 I've given so far. The number 1 goes to Full Speed by Topi and Have. To me, it was just such a massive moment seeing Topi back on the label. And honestly, it didn't fucking disappoint me. This shit's insanely good. Also, as the deal, I might, in some of these categories, I might get some of these wrong. If I do, you know, literally my number 1 for best mid-tempo stood there for a while. My number 1 for mid-tempo stood for a while, and then I realized, oh shit, this isn't mid-tempo. It was Alive by Kuro, which I realized that's not actually mid-tempo. Honorable mentions for best drum and bass go to Valhalla by Fool, Mindbreak by Ivory, All I Wanted by Bensley, Ghosts by Genesis, Wormhole by Nair, Pressure on the Masses by Muzz, and and Dopamine by Trox. Next category is a bit of a weird one, which I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep doing past this. Let me just fucking find it. This is Best Electronic. What Best Electronic means is either a song where I don't know what genre it is, or there's not enough of that genre of me to make an entire thing from it. Like, I'm not gonna make a whole new category for like UK Garage, because I haven't listened to too much UK Garage myself. Or like techno or psytrance. Like, I'm not gonna make a category for those, since I barely listen to it. But I still want to highlight some of them. So, in 5th place goes to We Don't Even Make Music. Again, being heavily carried by the vocals. In 4th place is Hold On by, how do you pronounce this? Absolute banger. I need to listen to more Glitch Shop, because it is one of my favorite genres of all time. It used to be my favorite. In 3rd place is High Enough by Grant. Again, if I've already gone over a song, I'm not going to go over it again. This is just straight up one of my favorite Monster Cat releases of the whole year. Especially Instinct, because Instinct was pretty fucking awful this year. 2nd place for best electronic goes to Birthday by SB. Again, I could have put pretty much any SB track on here. But this is just one that's grown on me a fuck ton since I first heard it. If you haven't checked out Birthday by SB, fucking go do that shit right now. Let's go wait for this drop. Oh, it's so clean. And the best electronic song of the year go through Prohibition by Swing It and Sam Norris. Which I only figured out like a couple months after listening to this track constantly that it's Teminite. Next is the best trap. Oh wait, fuck, I keep forgetting honorable mentions. I should probably just do them before number one. Honorable mentions go to Always by Styx, Duskchasm by Makiroko, and Freedom of Expression, also by SB. I'd probably also say only one artist can get a nominee in each category. In 5th place for Best Trap, don't hate me, okay? It is Gucci Dub. Unironically, one of my favorite trap tracks of the year. Okay, I promise my opinions will be a little better after this. But come on, this shit kinda goes. Okay. Oh boy. Alright. I feel like this is one we can at least agree on more. In 4th place is Ratata by Skrillex and Missy Elliott. In 3rd place for Best Trap is Extra H with Cathartic Seeker. Really underrated from the album. Potentially my favorite. Incredibly unique track. In 2nd place for Best Trap. Fuck, I accidentally spoiled it. Well, I accidentally pressed spacebar twice. It's UHD by Wink and Nico. And number 1, since I spoiled it, is Angel Crest by Viperactive, which this is the easiest number 1 on the entire thing. Like, I didn't have to think about this. This is an obvious number 1 pick for me. Ugh. So fucking good. The honorable mentions for this category were Raw by Tusky? And Dank by Hydraulics. I think that's it. Okay, I promise from now my opinions will get better than having Gucci Dubs number 5. Now we move on to Best House. Oh god, I forgot how terrifying the GIF is on this one. There were a lot of good nominees for this one, I will say. At number 5, which I don't think this will be a controversial choice, but maybe not one a lot of people will agree with, is Automatic by Tokyo Machine and Dyson. To me, Dyson hard carries this song. It's pretty simple, but I love that about it. In 4th place for Best House is Soda Pop by Turbo Fury and The Real Madman. Absolute fucking banger. Big fucking banger. Again, I will be biased, but it's impossible not to be biased with these. In third place for Best House Track is Sonata with Underground. In second place for Best House Track goes to Abstract and Nightpunk with Point. Not a collab I expected, but one that's really fucking nice. And the number one house track of the year is Rewind by Knock 2. I kinda had to put Knock 2 at number one at this point. Next category, which is a new one. This one wasn't last year, I don't think. Best mid-tempo. Because I did listen to a fair bit of mid-tempo. I keep forgetting the fucking honorable mentions. Ugh, the honorable mentions for Best House were Calling Us by Bad Computer, Leave Me Like This by Skrillex, Start Shit by Cracked Dead and Rated R, Strictly For The by Moss and Example. Best mid-tempo. Again, my number one was Alive before I realized Alive is not a mid-tempo tune. In fifth place for Best Mid-Tempo is DM8 with Dystopia. Wait, never mind, it's not. I forgot, I switched these two. Wait, okay, so it's Sea Turtles, never mind. Wait, why does it say... In my notes, it says it's... What? Oh, never mind, alright. Sea Turtles is number 5. I believe, is it number 4? Yeah, it's a number 4, okay. Dystopia is number 4. Oh boy. Again, because I had to remove Alive, which was number 1, so everything moved down, and then I added a 5th, which is Sea Turtles by Avery. And again, I try not to have too much bias, especially with Neolian peeps, but I genuinely think this is a great song. And I think that gave it the edge over Sea Turtles was just more the variation. In third place, fucking hell, Spotify, you want to work with me? Is Doyle's remix of Terrified by Young Saints. Never mind, it's not. Ugh. It's Machine, and then it's Terrified Doyle remix, I believe. Yes, okay. God, fuck me. Oh my god, I fucked up this list bad. Alright, so it's Machine by Fool, that's third. And then it's the Terrified, the Doyle remix of Terrified. Oh boy. Alright. I think I'm instead doing the honorable mentions after, I'm gonna start doing them before number 1. So the honorable mentions were Tension, Wells by Fool. Necessity Tech by Basic. And the NDXL remix of Homesick. And the number 1 mid-tempo song of the year is Before You Leave by AU5. One of the standouts of AO5 this year, definitely. Are you guys ready for the big category? The fucking big category. Next up, it's best dubstep slash rhythm. And holy fuck, there are a lot of nominees. There are a fuck ton. At number 5. Is Engraver by Pip VR. I'm not sure how you say it. This is such an underrated track. So good. Fourth place for best dubstep slash rhythm is A Rise of the Machines by Doyle. Ugh. There were a lot of Doyle tracks that were contenders for top 5. I mean, on the playlist I have Float, I have Ancient Evil, and I have Kalios. There were so many Doyle tracks that could have gone here, but again, I can only pick one. This has been probably, I said last year was Doyle biggest year, but this one's like up there as well. Goddamn. Again, he won Artist of the Year last year. In third place for best dubstep slash rhythm is Fall by Ver. Ugh, so good. It was hard to choose my favorite from the very EP. It was hard. But goddamn. The second place for best dubstep slash rhythm, and this one surprised even me, is Aluminium Man by Tracy. Oh, fucking nasty. Oh, to me this is, I liked their Roundtable EP, but to me this tops anything on that. And the number 1 dubstep slash rhythm song of the year goes to Digital by Beat Noise and Seed. But to be fair, anything on that EP could have gone. Pepino, the fucking other one I forgot the name of. So many good ones. As you can probably guess, there's a lot of nominees. Other than the Doyle tracks I mentioned, there's Slayer Show by E-Craze, Opaque Town by Invaders, Straps by Blank Space, and by UK, Rebel by Doyle, Blue Pill, and Carte Blanche, Stamina by Splitter and Ire, Eye Candy by Cyclops, Romani Adventures by Diesel and Sultan, Ripped Apart by Magic Bite, Offbeat Freedom by Butte Noise, Internal by Generate, Buckshots by Boss Fight, and Float by Doyle. A lot of tracks. A lot of tracks. And the fun part is the next one has even more nominees. It's Best Color-Based slash Meldub. This is kind of a, I mean, I probably shouldn't have been grouping these together. It's just how I've been doing it before. In 5th place, we have 2 songs. Because I could not Fucking select one. In shared 5th place is Recollect by X Galaxy and iWrite. You did predict it, Boom. Ah! So, that I couldn't decide between Recollect and Cyberspace by Lumi and Cyberscythe. I went back and forth between these two songs more than I did deciding the entire trap category. So I decided, fuck it, I'm just gonna pick both. In 4th place is Savior by, oh god, this thing? This thing? I think it's this thing. Oh, it's so good. I just love it, like the music box feel of it. It's so good. God, this was a hard category. I'm just looking at the amount of different nominees here. In 3rd place is Trust You by Sonata. God, it's so good. Also, yes, I'm pronouncing it Sonata because the O with the slash is literally pronounced in Norwegian. And my second favorite color bass slash melodub track is All in a Dream by Convexity and Connectra. And my favorite color bass slash melodub track goes to Operator by Kero. Can you tell why? The honorable mentions, which there are a lot, is The Other Side by AU5 and Chime, Quantum Level by AU5 and Prismatic, the SQ track, Fushia, I think, I don't know. Crashing the Space and You Didn't Care, Don't Let Me Down by Dr. Ushu, Lightbringer by Skybreak, Shattering by Sharks, About You by Roy Knox, You Found Me by Adventures Club, Home Sweet Home by Your Girl Nicole, Cosmic Fracture by Desk, Hydrodynamical by Easy Password, Alive by Reflecting in an Eski, Don't Control Me by Esky, Starstorm by Chime, Neon Love Song by Kero, Give Out by Kill the Noise, Meant to Be Lonely by Ray Volpe, $1 Million by Electric Dad, Everyday Things by Memiodofu, Revoltix remix of Frozen Solid by Vision K, You're Enough by, oh god, Eccentric and Miss Lena, Feel It by Sonata, Chroma by Skybreak, and Phone Call by Hidden Technique. Those were a lot of songs. And these are the most nominees of any. We're getting into the final categories. We're done with the genre-specific ones. Now we have an interesting one, which is Best Collab. So how am I judging these? I'm judging these by how much each artist's style comes through within it. And 5th place goes to Barely Alive and Beast Boy on Sky High. And in 4th place is AU5 and Prismatic with Quantum Level. Third place for Best Collab. This one kind of had to be on here. Shook by Murata and Simplifier. Kinda had to. Second place for Best Collab is Computer by SQV and Genesis. And number 1, Collab of the Year goes to Feeling Free by Cloud9 and Skybreak. Which is, I think, my favorite Monster Get Song of the Year. The honorable mentions for Best Collab go to X Galaxy and I Write on Recollect, Corva and Nova on Present Power, Run for Your Life by Phase 1 and Murte, Ghost by iRarts and SQV, Rainbow Card by Turbo Fury, The Real Madman and SQV, Double Trouble by Voxelware and Reflecting, Accelerate by Temanite and Skybreak, It's Our Time by Bandless and Too Kind, Shadows by Sharks and Sora, Step Back by Gamma and Pixel Terror, Stompy by Samplifier, Equaze, Baizo, and Dr. Ushu, Miles Away by Sisoki and Leotrix, Power Play by Pegboard Nerds and Boss Fight, Still Here by Skrillex and Porter Robinson, and The Other Side by AU5 and Chime. Now we get to the reason I couldn't do this earlier on in the year. Best Remix / VIP. This is really hard. Really fucking hard. Because if any category shows my bias, it's gonna be this one. Oh boy. At 5th place for Best Remix it's Equi's remix of Nightlife by Stakes and Fable. Oh boy. Spoiler alert, this is not the last you will see of Side B. At 4th place is The Essence of Color VIP by Nova. God, choosing between the Side B remixes was so fucking hard. Again, that's pretty much the entire comp is the honorable mentions on this one. 3rd place for Best Remix goes to the Invaders remix of Ground Shake. God, this fake out fucking goes. Ah! Alright, we even. Alright. My co-dub's sinning has been taken care of. So fucking good. 2nd place for Best Remix is the Sonata remix of Needed You by Moonboy. Ugh. And the number 1 remix of the year goes to one you probably weren't expecting. It is the sorriest remix of Once I Had a Cold. Which is such a different type of remix for this. But it's genuinely so fucking beautiful that it's hard. It was hard for me not to put it on number one. Alright. Now we go on to another one that was hard for me. The next category is Best Compilation. And the thing is, I probably could have missed out on some great compilations, but I don't know. I tried to listen to as many as I could, and it was so hard not to be biased. So the way I ended up doing this is by percentage. How much of percentage-wise of the compilation do I enjoy? And here's the thing, only one compilation per label. Because, spoiler alert, choosing my favorite Neolinium compilation this year was hard. It was really hard. In 5th place. Never mind, my notes are wrong. Oh no, okay, where were we? This one. Was Exordium? But outsize. My notes are wrong because it's Exordium 3, and because of that I thought it was 3rd place. Alright. A good comp, but has a few duds that kind of drag it down for me. But the high points are really high, especially the Genesis and oh god, what was their name? It was like Popsicle or some shit. In 4th place, let me make sure I'm getting this right, is Exaball 10. I don't think that's a lot of low points. I mean, there are some really big high points as well. Overall, I'd say most of it's very consistent compilation, with most of it being really good. Also, one thing I'll say now. I decided, which I kind of regret this decision, but for some reason I decided not to include remix competitions. Or remix compilations. Don't know why I decided that, but that's what I decided. This is a weird category because there are some that I would now want to put on here instead. So after this, I'm gonna explain the other ones that maybe I like more even. In 3rd place is Better Together 5. I feel like it has this sort of weakish start, but then it gets really good in the middle. Overall, very few duds, and one of the more creative compilations this year. 2nd place for Best Compilation is Rebellious 3 by Rainlex. I think a really underrated one, with very few duds. And number 1. Again, I will preface with, this is a very biased list. A very biased list. And yeah, it's pretty obvious what number 1 is. Neo 2. Honestly, Volume 2 and Side B are very interchangeable. It was hard. I went back and forth between Volume 2 and Side B so much. Oh yeah, shameless plug. To be fair, I have one of the most ass songs on the compilation. That's also what made it so hard, because like, yes, I am biased. I am very biased when it comes to this. I really like Volume 2. But I'm not sure if is it that I genuinely like them, or is it just I'm in the circle a lot, so I hear the songs a lot. I was also unsure if I would like, because I was thinking of putting Side B over this, but I was thinking, am I just biased? Do I just have recency bias? Because I felt that right after listening to it for the first time. So it was really hard for me like choose between Volume 2 and Side B. So let's talk about the other honorable mentions for this. Some that wouldn't have made a list is what was the name? The Generis thing from Full Flex. Couple good tracks, but a lot of duds. I'll be honest. Another Neo one that was hard for me not to pick was the Multiversal Collision. Multiversal Collision has some really big high points, in particular Stay Tethered and Essence of Color, the Entity, but also has a couple tracks bringing it down. One I should have put was fucking... Can people just have normal names for their fucking stuff? The other Rainlex collab or a compilation. I probably would have put that over the Outsize compilation. And probably over Exabolt 10 as well. I felt weird about it because it was short, but I don't think that should matter. Another one that didn't quite make it for me was All Stars Volume 2. Overall, really good. But some of the misses here are pretty, in my opinion. But overall, a good comp. So yeah. Hard not to do this list without being biased, especially when my number one comp is one I'm on. So, I don't know. Oh, also, fucking Hellhound Gatekeepers 3 or 4. Not just because I want it again. I generally think it's a good comp. Okay. We have 3 categories left. Let me get the fucking serious music up in here. We have 3 categories. The first one is Best LP. Oh god, I forgot how big I made a thing. This was a hard one as well, because with a single it's easier to compare them. It's hard to like compare LPs, definitely of varying sizes. This was an incredibly hard one to rank. At number 5 is Quest for Love by Skrillex. Or Quest for Fire. What did I say? Quest for Love? Quest for Fire is one that originally I had higher, mainly because I come back to a couple different tracks from it, but in its entirety, there are some lower points. But it's such a cool new sound from Skrillex, and I fucking love it. 4th place for Best Album goes to Peekaboo's Eyes Wide Open. I think the thing holding this LP back is that a lot of the tracks are very similar, and there's not too much genre variation. But overall, I mean, the quality is so fucking good, and it's just so fun to listen to.
That's more like it.
I've got the random fucking Overwatch samples in here. In 3rd place for Best Album is Espui with, how do you pronounce it? Ample Design? Ample something design. So good. I think the only thing holding us back again is it's a little bit of variation, but Espui does such a good job with the sound, and like there's not a single dud on here, in my opinion. In 2nd place for Best Album of the Year. I mean, since you asked nicely. Cryostasis. such a good LP. One of the most professional projects in the entirety of Neo. But also a good bit of variation of heavier and lighter tracks. Definitely. This is such a fucking banger project. And number 1. Can you guess it? What could it possibly be? Chimes, Aetherborn. To me, this is easily the best album as a whole. Stress, some of these have, in my opinion, better tracks. And a lot of the stuff from Crescent is I enjoy more, but as a whole, as an album, the experience is so fucking nice. And I love listening to like try and break down the ideas of each track. It's such a good fucking album. And even though it's like it's something it didn't get deserved considering how fucking big it was. A lot of the albums were hard. Wait, honorable mentions before we do anything. The other ones that I want to give attention to is Star System by Pixel Wows before it became Frame Perfect. Our Yards with, I forgot the name, give me half a second. Vermilion 2, which is, in my opinion, is a huge step up from the first one. And that's it for honorable mentions. So, best EP. And I will say, I haven't listened to the Primal Rights one yet, because I just hadn't had time. I prioritized side B. But best EP. In 5th place is Brain Music by UK. Very experimental, very fun. I love every single track. In 4th place for best EP goes to Genesis by Sonata. Yeah, not a single dud. I'm so in love with Sonata's style. Yeah, and in 3rd place for best EP goes to Warp Gate by Veer. Which is by far my favorite Roundtable EP this year. It literally only has one song I don't like, which is the melodic one, mainly because of the sound design. I'm surprised if you can tell what number 1 is, because in 2nd place well, maybe you'll be surprised, because in 2nd place is Beyond Ape by Beat Noise. This would have been number 1 if it wasn't for the last track on the EP, which I personally wasn't a huge fan of. So, my number 1 EP of the year goes to Neon by Kero. God, Kero does not get the respect they deserve. Like, Kero, out of everyone, might be my favorite color-based artist. It's like Kero, Sonata, and Sharks. So now, the final 2 categories, which these will be a little different, because there's no top 5. It's only nominees from here. Oh, honorable mentions goes to, I forgot the name of it. Domination by Doyle. Multiplayer by Turbo Fury and the Real Madman. Bloodstone by Evil Noise. Retrograde by Leotrix. The Chibs from the Archive, which probably would have been on the list, but it does get disqualified because a lot of these have been released prior. Save the World by Exil. Gridlock by Lost Delta. Kilntar by Doyle. The nominees for Best Artist. I will say, Sonata's not on the list, but they are a nominee. The nominees for Artist of the Year. Chime. And released his debut album. Released a lot of really good singles and remixes. Has generally had one of his biggest years in his career. We have Facts. Who's released a lot more than people give credit for. He's released a bunch of different tracks on a bunch of different labels. And it's definitely improved his sound a lot. I should probably also say, this is in terms of growth as an artist. Is it SV, who has just released everything? I feel like he has released like tracks up into the hundreds this year. Like, think about it. He has collabed with most of my friends. Released an album, released a bunch of singles. Goddamn. Is it? Is it iron? No, wait. I forgot. They just put him in the fucking core. It's an Irie. Again, released an album, multiple EPs, and a bunch of great singles. Is it Sharks? Or is it Laser Blue? Is there any more? Oh, and Caro, I couldn't find a meme image for her, but has released some of my favorite music this year easily. And the winner for Artist of the Year goes to SB. Who else could it have been, realistically? I don't think anyone else got close. I'm sorry, this was an easy choice. Just based on the amount of releases SK has had and how good those releases have been, it was kind of an obvious pick. So now we get to the final. I'll bring the intense music to this. Fuck it. Final category: Song of the Year. The nominees are Homesick by Syndom, Engraved by Pip Fuhrer, Rise of the Machines by Doyle, Stay Tethered by X2H, High Enough by Grant, Rainbow Court with The Real Madman, Turbo Fury, and SB, Operator by Caro, Insanity by Dwight, Angel Crest by Vaporactive, Trust You by Sonata, and finally, Digital by Beat Noise and Seed. And the winner for Song of the Year goes to Operator by Caro. Caro has won 2 years in a row now.
Hello? Who is this?
Again, I didn't have a clear favorite for most of the year. For the longest time, Homesick was my number one. But then Operator came out, and I said, fuck. I don't have a ranking of all these nominations. Just know that this shit was close. Alright. That was the ZEROlav Awards. I'm not sure how long that took, actually. How long did that take? That took 2 hours exactly, almost. There we go. So yeah, I'll probably turn this into a video at some point. Probably. Also, I'm gonna be on UX in literally like 4 hours. So I'm gonna be doing a set in like 4 hours. So I'll post about that in the Discord. Is there anyone here we can raid? Oh, Burb is streaming. Okay, let's raid Burb. Nice. Alright. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and yeah, I'll do this again next year. I'll try and make it better than a PowerPoint, maybe. I'm not sure how to do these, but they're all fun to me. So... Alright, I'm gonna see you guys. I'm not sure when I'm gonna stream next. Probably, well, sometime next year. This is my final stream this year. See ya.